What's going on, guys? Hope you're well wherever you are, whatever the time, and welcome back to another episode of Why Not Me. It's early in the morning. I got up about 30 minutes ago, weighed myself, got a new low this morning, which was 96.3 kilos. But today is going to be a very good video because today is going to be the classic full day of eating, but not just any normal full day of eating. Today is actually a high day. About 500 grams of carbs are going in. I've never shown you what foods I eat for that, so I think it'd be interesting to take you along for the ride for that. This morning is also, well, today is a rest day, so that means I've got cardio. I've been doing my cardio fasted, so we're gonna get that done. But first, let's get some coffee. Yeah, I'm actually a very, very big fan of doing my cardio fasted now. I think it just sets the tone for the day. I really just enjoy getting up early before I even have to start work. Everybody's day should just I literally can't fucking talk. Everybody's day should just start with some form of movement. So if it's not cardio, some steps, go out for a walk, get some sunlight, move your body before you get into anything. Also, very cheap coffee. I love it. I must be one of the only coaches who hasn't got a mortgage out for a coffee machine. I don't know how some of you guys do it. It's like you're launching a rocket ship to make coffee in the morning. Although I might actually invest in one of those Nespresso things because they seem pretty simple. So we'll just have some caffeine just to help get the heart rate up a little bit quicker during my cardio. And I'll also have some hydration. I'll hydrate with some water. I don't want to have too much because I don't want to have the urge to piss whilst I'm on the bike. I'm a little bit sad because I no longer am going to have access to the gym where I use the recumbent bike. The recumbent bike is amazing, but I'm going to have to do my cardio today at Gaines Gym. I'm just debating whether or not to get another membership at another commercial gym where I can use the recumbent bike, the back supported one, because it's so good. It's so good. The one at Gaines is just a standard bike, no back support, and I think the back support makes a massive difference. Yeah, I'm debating it. I might. It's just a waste of money, innit? Finish this, and then we'll get our pedal on. Right, that is 35 minutes boxed off on the new bit of cardio kit. I actually didn't mind it, to be fair. It just, my glutes felt very sore on this seat, but not too bad. So I think I'm gonna actually just do my cardio here in the morning, just save the money because I'm not balling like that. I haven't got money to be having multiple memberships just for cardio, you know, so let's get home and eat. Okay, so here we are for meal number one, which is 125 grams of cream of rice. We have 40 grams of whey protein, 20 grams of dark chocolate, 85%, and we have 150 grams of berries. At the minute, I'm just using raspberries. So why the high day? Why are we eating a little bit more food today? When you're in a contest prep, you don't want to just plummet your calories down, get the body weight down as quickly as possible, and just run that way all the way into the show. The objective is to bring the best look, the most muscular, alongside the most conditioned, but overall the best look, right? It's not a dieting competition. We need to ensure that there's periods of time where we're not just running very flat for a long period of time, because once your physique fades away and once you lose that look, it is very hard to bring it back. I'm actually ahead of schedule really in terms of conditioning, and also these high days just kind of give AJ a little bit of an insight in terms of how I respond to a certain amount of carbs and how I look 1-2 days after a high day. How do I look post-workout, etc. So that's kind of the reason for us doing a high day. We are using the same sources of food, so my normal meal one is exactly this meal but just without the cream of rice. So I'm going to get this down and then move on to the second meal. Meal number two about to go down, and I actually need to invest in a camera. I was watching John Dewett's video the other day, and just the quality of his vlogs and just how clear it is and how good it looks. I do need to get my camera back, but that will come in due time. I've only got 500 subscribers. I haven't got loads of people kind of watching, but as the channel progresses I will most definitely get a camera and a much better mic as well. But meal number 2, let me show you what I'm working with. Classic bodybuilding meal: chicken, rice, broccoli, and reduced sugar ketchup. We have in here 125 grams of dry weight rice. The conversion to cooked is 335 grams. It's a lot of rice, a lot more rice than I've had in a while. And then we've got some chicken in here, 150 grams raw weight, and broccoli, 100 grams cooked, and then 20 grams of reduced sugar ketchup, which tastes delicious. So over the past 3 weeks, I'm going to say now, 2-3 weeks, I have been having potatoes instead of rice for this meal because calories have obviously been lower than what they are for this high day today. So I've been having 200 grams of potato instead of 140 grams of cooked weight rice, which is not a lot of rice at all. Me trying to fill up a bit more, I'm going to utilize rice. It's a lot easier for me to get down. I don't bloat as much. Rice just digests very well for me. Like in an off season, I would usually just use rice over potatoes as well. So that's why we're having rice. Greens are in as normal. The only time I won't have greens is on show day, just to kind of make sure that we're not disrupting the GI or getting any kind of bloating and that kind of thing. And then chicken is chicken. So yeah, I can't wait to have this meal. This is a very nice meal. Then we're going to go on to meal 3, and these meals aren't exciting. High day doesn't just mean I go and get a burger or I go and get a pizza or whatever the case may be. This is about bringing the best look. This isn't a break from the diet. This isn't a bit of a respite. Don't get me wrong, some people do use a high day as a bit of a break, as a bit of an alleviator, but the objective is to bring the best look. You can't have this, when you're trying to be a really good bodybuilder, you can't have this massively emotional attachment to food all the time, and you can't let your mood be dictated by the amount of food you're always eating. You have to look at this like a sport. As much as people, whatever, it's a beauty passion, blah, blah, you do have to look at this like a sport and like you're an athlete, and food is just one of the tools that we use. So yeah, I'm gonna watch this. Watch this? Yeah, I'm gonna watch this meal. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna watch this meal. No, I'm gonna eat this and I'm gonna watch one of my favorite bodybuilders, Ross Flanagan. I love Ross Flanagan, man. He's great. He's really cool. One of my favorite bodybuilders, great physique, won the Cali Pro. And I just like his intensity. I like his rants. I think he's very entertaining. We are on the way to the gym in my apartment, just to do about 10 minutes of steps, because I need to move after I've eaten each meal. The majority of my work has been done. Check-ins have been responded to. The 2 meals down. So I'm just gonna do a 10-minute walk after meal 2. I need to edit a video for you guys. So once you've seen it, you would have also seen a leg day video, which I commentated. That's pretty much it. Got Bryony coming around this evening. I'm gonna cook her a meal. The main bulk of my work is done. What I've actually done now as well is I've organized myself so I actually have a day off. Ultimately, in the long term, it's gonna actually make me more productive. And just make sure that when I actually am doing work, that it's focused work and I'm only dedicated to that task. I just find it so easy to be like, yeah, but I could also do this and this. And once the main bulk of the work I've planned for the day is done, I end up looking around for more things to do, which can throw off other things as well. So yeah, I had to organize myself this week. Which I think in the long term is definitely going to benefit me. Talking in the gym is now becoming so much more comfortable. Like I'll just pull out my mic. That sounds crazy. I just pull it out. It's just becoming a lot more comfortable. When I first done it, when I'd taken that hiatus from YouTube for a while, it was very uncomfortable. But I knew that if I really wanted to actually pursue this, it's important to feel that it's important. That is what hard feels like. You're not going to do this and it's just going to be a breeze and there's going to be no obstacles and you're going to be comfortable. So on the other side of that discomfort is always progression and doing what you actually really want to do. Look at that. That is a lot of cream of rice. Meal number 3 about to go down, and it's going to be the same as meal number 1, but just a little bit less raspberries. So 125 grams of cream of rice, 20 grams of dark chocolate, 100 grams of raspberries, cinnamon, and some salt on there. Meal 3, same sources of food. And then I'm gonna head to the shop and get some food to cook, because I'm gonna cook a shepherd's pie this evening, a shepherd's pie from the Notorious Foodie. The recipe's from Notorious Foodie. Cook a meal tonight. It's not gonna be for me. I'm not eating shepherd's pie. But I've got 2 more meals after this. My next meal is a little bit more interesting. It's gonna be pasta and mince. Right, I am back from the shops and I'm just about to have meal number 4. Thought it'd be a little bit easier for me to have my oats next rather than pasta and mince, because I'm actually gonna be cooking and using a lot of ingredients and utensils. So yeah, this is probably my favorite meal of the refeed. I actually take no credit for how these oats turn out. I'm gonna give a shout out to Jack Thorburn. I have to. It just makes the oats taste great. So if you haven't already, get on his page on Instagram and look at his oats recipe, because basically that's what I'm doing right now. Right, oh. Look at that. Oh. Oats, love oats. In a prep, oats are great. In an off season, terrible. Prep, brilliant. Bellissimo. So with this meal, I've got my whey protein mixed in. Let me adjust that. So got my whey protein mixed in. I'm gonna pour some almond butter over the top, just 20 grams, and then just cover that in some cinnamon. And that's pretty much meal 4. Usually this would be my last meal on a refeed, but I'm gonna be doing a lot of cooking. I don't wanna cook that pasta dish that I have just now. I want to eat this real quick and then start cooking. So yeah, almond butter, cinnamon, and then we eat. Looking forward to it. You're in the video. I just finished making Bryony's meal and it looks, oh my, I can tell Bryony's excited because she's, look, have a look at this. That is crazy. That looks crazy.
Is that one of your favourite meals?
That is gonna be, oh, I might freeze this. I've got one more meal to eat, which is mince, pasta, veg. Nice and easy. I had my oats earlier and then that's me done for the day. That is my high day, which will likely be happening every Friday up until like peak week maybe, or up until like 2 weeks out, but we shall see. But the food went down easy and has gone down easy. All right, there it is. So last meal of the day, 125 grams of pasta with 150 grams of 5% beef mince, 100 grams of broccoli, and I'm gonna put some reduced sugar ketchup all over it, and that'll be the last meal of the day. That's pretty much the refeed done. Like I said, I think that'll probably happen every Friday up until about maybe 2 or 3 weeks out. Maybe 2-3 weeks out from the show, and then obviously I will probably leave it out the week prior to peak week. But appreciate you watching. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.